Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Progressing with India J. I know this video is probably long overdue because I get asked this question a lot, but I figured why not address it on another sit down video without all the other intro, outro mess or whatever. But make sure you do subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already. So that you can join and be a part of the family, and make sure that if you have not already, connect with me on all other social media platforms that I have, specifically TikTok for real, because there are a lot of times where I don't post stuff over here because of copyright stuff, but I will post it over there because it's a shorter video and it might have copyright stuff on there, and TikTok don't really copyright too much. But yeah, so definitely follow me on that stuff. I will put all of the information in my description box below so that you can find all of that wonderful stuff in one spot. But without further ado, I keep getting asked the question on why and how I stay motivated. For one, I'm staying connected to the source, which is God, that continues to give me peace, joy, and guidance through everything that I go through. So he definitely is a big help because he strengthens me where I'm weak, and he replaces the things that have been lost and all of that wonderful jazz. I'm not going to go into too much about that, but if you're connected to God, then you know. If you don't know, then get connected with somebody that does, and I'm sure they will gladly tell you about all of that. But this is not what I wanted to talk about too much into detail, but definitely he's a big help because at the end of the day, he knows me inside and out better than anybody. And so sometimes he drops little gems on me about me that I would have never known prior to now. And it helps me be able to understand that sometimes it's not always about what I want, what I feel, what I understand that's best, and I can make it through. Because at the end of the day, I have to be reminded sometimes that I am worthy of all that he has promised me. I am worthy of the fact that since I made it through one time, one bad issue, I feel like I can't, the one thing that drives me nuts with when it comes to my spirituality and my connection with God and my relationship with God is the fact that he never ceased to amaze me. The fact that he keeps reminding me of the fact that I have lost my mind before. And that is one of the things, if you ever lose it, you learn to appreciate everything else in life, because at the end of the day, that's literally one of the worst things you can lose outside of a human, is the fact of losing your mind and not being sane and sound in that thing. You will go insane and things get crazy if your mind isn't silenced and isn't at peace. And so for me, being through that and going through depression and going through suicidal thoughts and dealing with postpartum depression after a miscarriage of children, and dealing with being addicted to drugs and alcohol to try to numb that, I'm forever indebted into that man. I feel like there's nothing I can do to repay him for that. And since I can't, I just feel like, that's the thing, the kick that I always need to keep going, because it's bro, you done made it through worse than this. Keep going. Bro, you done lost your whole mind before. So I wouldn't care if I lost anything else today. I've lost my mind. That's about as low as you can get. Going into depression, going into suicidal thoughts, actually trying to attempt suicide, actually, battling addiction, actually literally mentally losing it. I don't think you can get any lower than that, because it starts in the mind first. So it's the trickle down effect after that. So it was once I went through that situation, I don't think it can get no worse than that. Like, I don't think nothing can top that in my life. So I'm like, I made it through that. So whatever, give me your best shot. Let's do it. Like, that's where I'm at with it. So yeah, I have my moments where I feel some type of way about the things that happened in my life, but I don't think anything can top that dark place that I was for a very long time. I don't think anything can top that. So I'm like, good. If I don't get nothing else, if I don't experience nothing else, if I don't, make it through nothing else, I made it through that. So I already know, like, it's only up from here. So yeah, that's one thing that keeps me motivated to keep going. Because I know that there are people who don't come back from that, people who haven't made it through that, people who don't even touch the surface of that and be out of here. And so for me to still be here after all of that and be in a better mindset, a better heart posture, a better health, like, I can't, there's nothing else you can say to me, bro. Like, I feel like I conquered the world with that one. Like, I don't think it gets any better than that. Yeah, I don't think it gets any better from that. So I'm just grateful to be here nowadays. And then 2, having a why, having a reason for the things that I do nowadays. And like I said, since I can't repay him back for nothing, I might as well continue to partner with him and do what I can while I can here on earth, which is be the best version of me every day, but also light this world up with the light that he has given me and make an impact while I'm here. Because I mean, once you're out of here, the money, the fame, the cars, the clothes, the people don't go with you when it comes to, that last breath. And at the end of the day, if you see them again, that's another story. But outside of that, like, you really gotta put in the work every day, 365 days a year to get to where you gotta go, because there is a place for you to go. And I'm not talking about the grave, and I'm not talking about, all the other stuff, but I'm just saying, like, there are places you have to go and there's things you got to do. And at the end of the day, you might as well get up every day and get at it. Because it's not going to get any closer with you procrastinating. It's not going to get any closer with you deciding to sit there and not do nothing. It's not going to get any closer with you sitting there playing the blame game. It's not going to get any closer with you over there playing victim. It's not going to get any, closer with you sitting there like, whoa, it's me. Like, it's not going to happen. You've got to do the work. Like, he's only going to do so much. And I think a lot of people stop at that. Like, he's supposed to do this. He's supposed to protect. He's supposed to provide. He's supposed to comfort. He's supposed to do this. He's supposed to do that. But at the end of the day, he don't always show up. He does show up. Every time you show up, he shows up. But at the end of the day, he needs you to put in the work too. He ain't going to come save you from everything. He's not going to stop everything. He's not going to, be the superhero in every story, because at the end of the day, he's that person that's like, look, you grown now. Like, just like how your parents do, you gotta be like, look, you got it now. You got the tools that you need. You got everything that you need. I have supplied you with all that you need. You got to get out here and do it now. I've gave you the vision. I've gave you the provision. I've given you, the ability to speak this thing. I've given you the ability to be able to work this thing. I've been able to give you the people that are going to surround you to be able to help you push this thing. Like, but you got to do it though. Because I'm only going to do so much of this. I've written the story. I've did the hard part. I've written the story for you. Now you got to live it out. So once you get to that understanding, it's another thing. But also, I make sure that I surround myself with positivity all the time. Even down to social media. I had to delete one Facebook account and create a whole nother one and leave that where it was, and be intentional with the people that I have on my social media and the things that I allow onto my news feed and the things that I watch that are on my For You page, the things that I like and dislike, the things that the people that I surround myself with, the people that I call my friends, the people that I date, the people that I'm in a relationship with, the people that I'm family with. I have to be intentional with a lot of things. So that motivates me a lot, because that stuff is important on me going in the right direction and me continuing to do what I'm supposed to do. So, and it keeps me focused. So that helps. And people that are headed where I'm heading and to greatness. So I gotta have those people around me, because if you're not doing anything, I'm probably gonna be the worst person to have around you, because if I'm doing something and you ain't doing nothing, there's gonna be an issue there. So, I mean, you've gotta have those people around you that are doing the things that you want to do, not to the very detail and the very, career field, but I'm just saying, like, people that have that drive to want to do more, the people that are motivated to be around you to help you stay motivated, and that works too. But also to, positive affirmations work, journaling works. So you can be able to be in tune with the things that are going on in your head, to make sure that those things aren't conflicting with what you do moving forward, because sometimes those things needs to be replaced. The old ideas, the old thoughts, the old feelings need to be replaced with something else, so that you can get back motivated, because sometimes we lose the fire, sometimes we lose the drive, and at the end of the day, we got to be connected with the right thing, so that we can do what we're supposed to do. So, I mean, I do have those moments where I don't feel as motivated, and so I have to, I have to get around those people, those places, those things, and have those things in my eyesight. I have to have those things in my ear. So I have to sometimes I have to watch the music that I listen to sometimes. Sometimes I have to put on better music. Sometimes I have to switch over to gospel music, and for a lot of times, like in the morning, I listen to gospel music a lot. And a lot of people are like, you ain't gotta listen to gospel music. There's music that is not gospel. Sorry, my eye is just burning. But there's non-gospel music that is motivational too. And I'm like, yeah, but there is a great bit that pretty much tells you what you need to hear sometimes, like the fact that you will win, that you will get a victory, like stuff like that, like coming in my ear at the top of the morning, at the beginning of my day, like those things keep me motivated. Speaking life into myself keep me motivated. Watching certain people, watching certain podcasts, certain interviews, like those things help me stay motivated. But that goes back to making sure you have those things in your eyesight and have those things in your ear that will that are on a roll to something, that are on a mission, that are, living life the way that it's supposed to live, to be able to be an influence on you. What else motivates me? Just looking at where I'm going motivates me as well, because sometimes I have to be mindful that it's not where I'm at, it's where I'm going that's more important. So that's good too. And then also the people that I end up touching or impacting in a way that motivates me as well, because it's like nobody wants to feel like they're not validated at some point in life, even though there are going to be points in your life where you're not going to get the validation the way you expect it. But the fact that a lot of people still, say, hey, that helped me, or whatever the case might be, that's really helpful. And it's confirmation at times. Confirmation is great. Even if, like I said, even if it's not by who you want it to be by, or in the way that you want it to be, confirmation is great. Even if it's not on social media, even if it's not through likes, views, comments, shares, subscriptions, or follows, even if it's just, things happening when they're supposed to, as being confirmation, things coming full circle, being confirmation, being connected with the right people at the right time. Things coming full circle for me is motivation to keep going, because even though things don't happen when you want them to, they happen right when they need to. So I allow that. I think when I started living life not feeling like I have to plan things detail for detail, or living life feeling like I have to please people, or living life feeling like I have to do it just like how everybody else does it to be able to be somebody or do something in life, it helped a lot. And then prayer helps a lot, really, for real. I definitely pray all the time that even because there are times where you aren't where you're supposed to be, or you don't have it in you to keep going, but being surrounded with the right people works too. So I definitely pray every day in my prayer time, morning, night, in the daytime, whatever the case may be, that for divine connection. So basically, I'll pray, either I'll say divine connection, or I will say surround me around connect me with the right people that will push me toward purpose, and then vice versa, connect me with the people that I'm supposed to push toward purpose, because there are times where I'm motivated and somebody might not be motivated. So that I'm grateful for the people that he connects me with to push toward purpose, because that makes me, feel good that I'm helping somebody. And even when I'm not helping somebody, when somebody's helping me, it makes me feel better. So, you gotta look at things from both sides of the spectrum. It's not always about you, and you have to understand, even though it's about you, it's not about you. Like, things are going to happen and it's going to filter through you, but it's not about you. It's about a bigger picture, but you just play a role in it. And so when you start looking at that approach, things start shifting in your life, especially when it comes to those people that care only about their immediate family, or their immediate friend group, or their immediate like significant other, or whatever the case may be, and nobody else. And then you start understanding that just like if you're playing a sport, that you can't get all of the free throw time, you can't get all of the game time. Like, you all have to work together to make a win. Like, it's like that in real life. So it can't only be about your family and your people, or your race, or your gender. Like, it has to be a team effort. It has to be, a unity thing. And you can't do that by just thinking it's only about a certain select group. It has to be, something where you can involve everybody in it, because it's about everybody. It affects everybody. It may not be an immediate affection where it's like, if you shoot Jim Smo up the street, it might not affect me because it's not hitting my backyard, but it still affects, how I look at things, how I think about things, and, where I go and how I go places, because now I'm thinking about that person that, got shot, that looks like me, that thinks like me, or that was somewhere in proximity of me, and now I have to be mindful of how I move now. So that's a thing. And that's about it, really. Sorry I don't have like a big super in detailed thing, but hopefully that was helpful for somebody that is like, how do I get motivated? Figure out, the things that you want to do in life, and the things that you're supposed to do in life, and figure out a way to go at it, and do it with God's help, because I'm telling you, if he created you for it, he's the best person to help you with it. Like, granted, he'll surround you with people that, will play a part in helping you as well, but I'd rather have the source. But hey, it is what it is. Prayer is great. And, surrounding yourself with that positive energy, positive vibe, and learning how to navigate through the negative vibe and the negative things in life and the dark moments in your life, and being surrounded with a little bit more light, things change for you. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to drop it in the comment section below, and make sure you guys like this if you actually liked it. Hit that thumbs up, and if you feel like somebody can benefit off of what was shared today, make sure you share this to somebody you know. And yeah, there's that. Love you. There's nothing you can do about it. And until next time, bye.